Mr. Trudeau, why did you freeze the bank accounts of innocent Canadians and you're turning a blind eye to the subversion by the Chinese government? David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. And folks, I'm at the Pan Pacific Hotel with ace cameraman Lincoln J. We were tipped off that the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is going to show up for some sort of a schmooze fest here. Hopefully he's not going to give away hundreds of millions of dollars of Canadian money, Canadian taxpayer money that is, to some foreign land. But I digress. In any event, we want to ask Justin Trudeau a couple of questions. I think the biggest question is this: why did he freeze the bank accounts of peaceful protesters at the Freedom Convoy last winter, but he can't be bothered to take action against Chinese communists subverting our democracy? You may recall the government of China interfered in the 2019 election, supporting 11 Liberal candidates that year. And Trudeau claims he was never briefed on this, even though CISA says he was. How about another couple of questions? I'd like to know what his reaction was to Justice Rouleau having Brandon Miller escorted by security out of the Emergencies Act inquiry earlier today. And of course, was that really a Liberal operative that was waving a Nazi flag on the initial day of the Freedom Convoy protest? Well, there's a hot potato issue for the little potato, as they call him in China. How about this? Can we trust Commissioner Rouleau to call a fair game when it comes to the Emergencies Act inquiry? So many questions. But as you know, we are persona non grata. We've seen the mainstream media be warmly welcomed into the venue. But Lincoln and I are going to go to the hotel, wait for the convoy to come. He's always late to these events. And then we're going to try to scrum him. Hopefully, we won't have a repeat of what happened to Lincoln and I last December. You remember that? Check it out.
What are you doing?
Get off me. Hey, I can... Hey, this is assault. I'm on a side... What is this? I'm on a sidewalk. I am on a sidewalk. What is this? You cannot touch me. No rushing order. Hey. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Let's go. What is this? You can't. Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Because otherwise you have no right. Huh? Huh? Yeah, so not only did they beat me up, not only did they break my watch, but I suspect they gave me COVID. It was just a couple of days later, I came down with COVID after being a picture of health for more than 2.5 years. And it was revealed in the media that half of Justin Trudeau's security detail were COVID positive. Despicable, but that's the police state we're in, folks. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police are now the Royal Canadian Mounted Henchmen, and they do Justin Trudeau's dirty work. In any event, we're going to mosey on over to the main entrance and see if this Prime Minister will at least attempt to answer a couple of our questions. Mr. Trudeau, why did you freeze the bank accounts of innocent Canadians and you're turning a blind eye to the subversion by the Chinese government? Why are you following us? To get into the darkness? Huh? What's that? Yeah, I'm leaving.
Okay, then leave.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah, I don't even know who you are. You got what is that little badge on you there?
You've been asked to leave.
Well, folks, we're getting nowhere here. Once again, Justin Trudeau's Royal Canadian henchmen do not believe in a free press. And so here we are. Well, knock me down with a feather. The mainstream media funded by you, folks, they're allowed in to cover this event. They're allowed in to ask Justin Trudeau softball questions. But when it comes to independent media that do not act like so many trained SEALs for the Liberal Party of Canada, well, we are once again persona non grata. In any event, this Prime Minister has proven himself to be an absolute disgrace. Remember in 2015, this was always going to be the most transparent government in the history of Canada. It was sunny ways, sunny ways. Well, this Prime Minister, he is darker than a solar eclipse. But don't worry, folks. We will continue to hound this individual. We will try to get answers from this disgraceful Prime Minister in the days, weeks, and months to come. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Folks, we're right outside a Justin Trudeau event. The mainstream are inside. We are outside. Do you think they're going to ask the Prime Minister tough questions? Well, of course not. That's why we depend on you for our funding. Can you please go to rebelinvestigates.com? That's rebelinvestigates.com. And if you're able to, make a donation so we can continue to bring you the investigative reporting that you like so much. Thank you in advance.